Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free. Doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is the lust or strength card. This is courage. This is passion. This is a zest and a zeal for life. This is enthusiasm, motivation, right? This is us waking up in the morning and feeling like we can conquer the day. This is that kind of seize the day energy, you know. Let's put this into some context, and let's see where we're applying this energy. Let's see where it might be the most useful to you. We have a Queen of Pentacles, a Knight of Pentacles, the Star, the Tower, and we have the entire universe in front of you. This is very significant. One, because we have kind of with the strength card, lust card, and the Tower, we have fire, right? Very fiery energies, fire and earth. Fire and earth. We have that manifestation that you are really fired up in what you're doing right now. I feel like there's an intense enthusiasm and motivation in you. Over here we have the Eight of Cups. We have an Eight of Swords. We have a Queen of Swords and a Two of Pentacles. So I feel like this is, to me it feels like this is an energy that's just like, I'm no longer going to put up with a half measure of life. I'm no longer satisfied with not having the life I want, right? So it's like we're motivating ourselves. We're getting motivated by this, what is usually a hopeless and helpless combination here, right? Eight of Swords, Eight of Cups. I don't know what to do, and I can't do anything about it anyway, right? We're taking this situation and we're turning it into power. We're turning it into lust and strength and courage and real enthusiasm here, okay? So I think this is very good. This is wonderful energy over here. And these are the challenges. These are how we're going to have to sort of, this is how we're going to have to move forward, all right? Because remember, this Eight of Cups, this is in the position of your general energy. And the Eight of Cups is that sort of hopeless feeling. It's kind of like, I'm done being that person, you know? And this is kind of like we can start any day, any moment we want. We can start and we can say, I'm doing it right now. I'm starting right this very second. I'm choosing to be motivated. I'm choosing to believe in myself. I'm choosing to be courageous and going into manifesting this future universe. Right? This is really a creative fire, and this is the universe. You're going to build fire to earth, right? You're going to build the universe you want. You're going to build the life that you want. Yeah. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here with our very own Kelly Kapoor, right on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end. All right. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, please put your prediction down in the comments. Let's do it together. All right. Now, who drives the big truck in your life? Somebody's got a big, either they drive a truck for a living, or they drive a big van, or they have one of those big like pickup trucks or something, right? Is that you? Or I don't know why I'm getting the big truck energy. Okay. let's look around the room anyway. We've got some good major arcana energy, don't we? We've got all of this right here. We've got the star. We've got strength. We've got the universe. We've got the tower. Okay, this is kind of like, this is a spiritual leveling up. This is a lot of spiritual energy that is pushing upward, breaking through. I think breaking through the melancholy, breaking through the hopelessness. Your energy, your enthusiasm, your creativity is coming to a higher level, right? It really is breaking on through to the other side here. And I think it's allowing you to manifest the reality that your star is, I mean, this is the essence of you, right? The star energy. I love this major arcana. Okay. We don't have any wands cards. We don't have any fire. Okay. Maybe we'll get some in the mystery card. I feel in a way that we don't really need it, because I feel like what we have with the strength and tower, this is the beginning of that fire energy. When the tower comes down, what's left standing when the tower comes down? Well, just the Ace of Wands, just the will. Sometimes it's the will to continue on. Sometimes the tower represents the breaking through of all those things that have been limiting us. All those beliefs, those thoughts and feelings. Swords and cups, thoughts and feelings. All of those thoughts and feelings that have been holding us back, that have been containing your energy. I feel like your will has been locked up in this tower. Imprisoned, right, by our own thoughts and feelings and sort of our perception of the world around us. I think we're breaking down those walls and we're freeing our own energy. And now it's just like there's no limit to what you're capable of. Okay? It really, really feels good. Spirit says keep going. Yeah, keep fighting this fight that you're keep doing it. So there's no wands, right? There's some cups, a little bit, not much. There's air and air, yeah, and then there's earth and earth, yeah. So this is the fire trying to get to earth, right? Fire to earth is that electrical circuit of creation, that spiritual circuit of manifestation, fire to earth, right? Heaven to earth, above to below, spirit down to manifested world, impulse to behavior, inspiration to implementation, idea, will to action. Fire to earth, right? That instant creation. Well, what gets in the way of that? Well, human heart and mind, swords and cups, right? Especially swords and cups that are busy reinforcing each other in a way that is blocking that spiritual force from getting through you, blocking the fire from becoming earth, right? From energy becoming matter. It's the human heart and mind that sometimes interfere with that electrical circuit. It's not conducting the electricity, right? And so this is the issue that I think we've been overthinking, we've been overfeeling, we've been stuck in an emotional loop, yeah, and maybe even a mental loop as well. We've been overthinking, we've been worrying about the same things kind of around and around and around. The eights, right there, it's a figure eight. We're just looping back in on the same old things, and this is preventing us from manifesting our will. This is preventing us from building the universe that we want. And I think the realization of this is kind of, it's like we sort of snap ourselves out of it. And we just say, wait a minute, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not going to keep pacing the same groove in the carpet, around the house that I have been. I'm getting out of here. I'm doing something. I'm making a change. And the Two of Pentacles, the change, right? The outcome of all of this is positive changes. Positive changes that are going to reinforce that idea that you can apply your creative energy to the universe and have positive things happen. Okay? Now, there's something going on with investing. I feel like you're investing your time, effort, energy, and or money into something. Spirit is saying that you're looking for investors. You're looking for other people to want to join in on some project or some investment or some work or something like that. Okay. And also, there's something around your wrist. I don't know what's on your wrist right now. It doesn't look like jewelry. I don't know what is around your wrist right now. Anyway, the Queen of Pentacles, is typically looking at the past and is looking for, how did I get here right now? What things happened in the physical realm? What choices did I make? What turns? What were the streets that I took to get where I am now? We're looking at that long and winding road that we traversed to get right here where we are right now. And I think that in a certain way, this is Spirit telling you to trace the thread of your life. Trace the choices that you've made. Try to understand how every decision you've ever made has brought you to this very moment, where we are on the cutting edge, or we're on the brink of a breakthrough. Okay. But the Queen is looking at the past, trying to find the origin, trying to find the cause, trying to find out, where did this all begin and how did I get here? Kind of searching for the etiology of something. How did it come about? Yeah. And so we're kind of looking back at the Star card. And the Star card is that sense of destiny, right? We're kind of looking back and saying, like, where did my path really begin? Or even what we might be asking is, where did I get off course? Where was that? Can I find that exact moment where I stopped following my star? Or have you been following it all along, and it's brought you right here to this moment where you're about to make this major breakthrough regarding a mental, emotional loop that you've been in? Okay. The Star card is the one that asks us the question, who are you and why are you here? What is it that is trying to enter the world through you? And that's exactly what we have here. The Star is that spiritual essence that's trying to enter the world. This is the world, right? Through you. Now, you can either be that confident, creative, courageous, strength energy that is able to harness your creative fire and manifest what this spirit is behind you. Or we're going to interfere with it with our heart, and we're going to overthink, we're going to overfeel, we're going to doubt, we're going to be insecure, we're not going to believe in ourselves, we're going to criticize ourselves, right? We're going to feel hopeless, and it's not going to enter the world through us here, but through here. And the Queen, in some ways, represents your future self as well, right? The Queen is kind of saying that who you are today is because of every choice that you've ever made in the past. Well, the Knight of Pentacles is saying who you are in the future is because of every choice you've made today, right? So it's two ways of looking at the same kind of concept. It's the idea of karma. It's the idea of choice. It's the idea of how am I channeling this spiritual energy through me? How am I giving voice or giving expression to that which is trying to enter the world through me? The thoughts, words, and deeds right now are creating who we will be in the future, where we will be and what we will be doing. Who you are right now, where you are and what you're doing right now, is a result of all of the choices, thoughts, words, and deeds you made previous to today. Okay? So we're looking at this present moment from two perspectives, looking at the future, looking at the past. What I do, thoughts, words, and deeds now, creating the future. Thoughts, words, and deeds yesterday created the right now. Okay, and this is something that you really need to realize in this effort to break through the limitations, break through the the barricades, the bricks, right, that are surrounding your true will, surrounding your motivation and holding you back from the energetic expression of your purpose here on this plane. Now, somebody has the bright green eyes in your life. Who's got the really, really, really bright green eyes? And there's a salt lamp near you, right? I don't know. Yeah, the salt lamps, right? Those, yeah. Anyway, the tower at the top here is that breakthrough. The tower is an exclamation point in life. It's that moment where we just sort of slam our fist down and we just say, enough, right? It is, it's an exclamation point in life when life is just sort of going along the same, or in our eights, right? It's just sort of, we're looping back, same old thing, same old thing, same old thing. This is the wrench. This is the stick in the spokes that's causing everything to just be disrupted, right? It's the cognitive dissonance. It's the only thing that's going to snap us out of this. And we need to be snapped out of that. We need to break through that loop of whatever kind of, whatever pattern we keep repeating, whatever cycle we're stuck in. The tower is us finally being done with that, and usually it's through an act of will. But the tower is always disruptive. Okay, so I think that you're looking for something that is sort of big. You're looking to make a big change in life. You want something extraordinary to happen. You don't just want the same old, the eights looping back in every day is Groundhog's Day, right? You're looking for something major to happen. There has to be a leveling up. There has to be a bump in the energy. Something has to give here. So in some ways, this is us looking every day we wake up and we think, God, I hope something happens today. You know, good or bad, I don't care. I just want something to happen in my life, right? Well, we sometimes have to be careful what we wish for, but I think that we can go and we can make this happen. We can choose to make today the day that is unlike yesterday. Something is going to set today apart from yesterday. Okay? And the tower, again, is always disruptive. It's always going to lead to chaos and movement, but sometimes when we're breaking out of this loop or this cycle, it's going to be chaos at first. It's like, I don't know, you see like an ant colony on the ground, like on your driveway, and all the ants are busy, it's all coordinated, everybody's doing what they're doing, and it's just like, it is what it is, right? But then somebody walks through, or your pet, or like a bird comes by, or some other animal, or a breeze, or a branch falls near the ants doing their work. And for a while, all the ants are just scrambling around. It's chaos, right? But eventually they sort of reorganize and they get back to their steady flow of taking leaves into their colony or whatever they do. The disruption, the little tower event there for that colony of ants temporarily disrupted, and it was pandemonium for a minute. But then everything started going in that organized way again. The thing is, we're not going to return to this. It's kind of like this is that ant colony that's just routine. It's just over and over and over again. It's just repetitive. We don't want this tower event to then lead to just things are going to calm down. I'm just going to get back to doing the same old thing, feeling the same old way, thinking the same old thoughts that I always have. We want something different. We got to think something different. We want to feel something different. We got to make some moves here. Okay? So whatever the tower is going to be for you, which I think is really this moment where we decide we're going to do something different. Maybe this is just being spontaneous. Maybe this is doing something a little bit impulsive. I think you're feeling a little bit of that impulsivity where it's like, maybe I just I quit my job. Yeah, maybe I'll go move to another town real quick. Like I'll just do something spontaneous and impulsive to shake up life a little bit. I want something to happen. Okay? So this is the feeling. This is that urge that you have in you because it's your will trying to get out. We're trying to get out of this, maybe the monotony or the mundane loop that we're in here. Feeling the same old things, thinking the same old things. I don't even know which card goes where. It doesn't matter. These are looping back in on each other, right? It's just the more we feel this way, the more the universe, because this is the position of our relationships. The more we feel this way, the more our relationships suffer. The more our relationship with not only individual people, but our relationship with the world itself. The relationship between what is within you trying to manifest through you and is it happening, right? Your relationship with the world itself, with the universe itself, is going to feel, it's going to suffer, and then, well, then we sort of, makes us suffer, we overthink it, right? The relationships suffer, and then it's a loop. It just keeps feeding itself. And nothing gets better, nothing improves, nothing ever changes. You always think what you always thought, you'll always get what you always got. You always feel how we always feel. So the answer does not lie in doing that impulsive thing. I said we want to bring about a tower moment. I didn't say we should or that we're going to. What we're going to, I think, do is something similar, but something that's more responsible. It is spontaneity. It is impulsive. It is a little bit risky, maybe. But I feel like it's more of a controlled fire in your life, right? A controlled expression of your energy, that you are going to implement some changes. And when you wake up in the morning and you feel like, well, today is the day that I'm going to do some things differently. Today's going to be an exciting day. Today's going to be an adventurous day. Today is not going to be like yesterday, right? We are activating this fire energy. It's not just that I want to do something rash and I want something exciting. I'm just going to quit my job, right? That's not what we're talking about. This is saying that today can be different. Today I can control this impulse. Because honestly, and maybe this is bad timing or insensitive, but the tower is kind of this energy that just wants to burn everything down. I just want to destroy life because at least something's happening. Okay, that we sort of step through the ant colony just to see them go haywire for a while. But things just go back to normal. Think nothing really is going to change. Okay, this is that exclamation point in life, but we're going to end up just right back here. What we need is something that can be sustained. What we need is this enthusiasm or this motivation that says, I'm going to start something new, and I'm going to make some changes in a positive way so that I can be a better conduit to bring this spiritual energy through into the world. So there's a difference between the fire of the tower and the fire of the strength card. This is a Leo energy. This is a fixed fire energy. It's saying that I'm going to harness my power. I'm going to harness my sort of tower energy, and I'm going to apply it to certain things that are going to be, positive changes that are going to make my day a little bit more exciting, but not in a necessarily destructive or disruptive way. So we have to know the difference between the tower and the fire energy of the lust card. This is a card of discipline and self-control. We're controlling this fiery energy that just wants to destroy our work. And maybe it's, like you're working on a project or you have a job and it's just day in, day out, same thing. Every day is the same. And sometimes we just want to smash it. Sometimes we just want to quit the job. Sometimes we want to ruin it intentionally just so that something can happen, right? So we're using that impulse in a way that is more productive, more constructive. Okay, doing something that will help us. Again, thoughts, words, and deeds in the present moment, and create your future. Just remember, don't forget our Knight and Queen of Pentacles here. Doing something that's going to help us to create the universe that we want, and not just something exciting and impulsive just for the sake of it, because nothing will change in that case. So now we're going to talk about the path of the serpent, and as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, does not cost anything. Someone in your life's the gambler who's, I don't know, if you gamble or somebody close to you kind of does the gambling, right? I think it may be like online gambling. Anyway, the Eight of Cups is this feeling of hopelessness, this feeling of whatever the day brings is not enough. The glass is half full or the glass is half empty. Either way, the glass is half. So in some ways, the Eight of Cups becomes kind of an apathy. It becomes kind of a numbness, to the world. Like every day is either going to be half full or half empty. But we get to a point where we just say half is half, and I don't care how you look at it. I don't care what words you use to tell me about it. It's the same thing. Every day, it's half. Every day, half. And so it doesn't really do any good for us to say, well, let's just look at it in a happy way and it'll be happy. If we look at it as being half full, then we feel better. No, not anymore. Maybe it worked for a while, but this is the real kind of futility of life, where we just say, if I'm not fulfilling my purpose in life, if something doesn't happen, there's no satisfaction here. There's no convincing me that this is beautiful and go. There's no way for me to convince myself that I like this, right? Well, just look at it as being half full. Why? It's still only half a life. It's still only half of a heart, So I feel like we're kind of longing for something, but between this, it's kind of a disbelief that we'll ever get it. And whatever is trying to manifest itself through you, I feel like this is that despair where we just stop believing that it's possible. And we're just stuck in the same sort of thought process, and it reinforces the same feelings, and then we feel those feelings even more, and then it affects the thought process. The Eight of Swords is also in the position of your environment. And so I feel like we have these kind of complicated relationships in our life right now that don't really make much sense. And they certainly aren't fulfilling. And I don't know if we're hanging on to them just because it's something. And so maybe some of this controlled fire energy is about reevaluating these complex relationships that you have, and how do we simplify things, right? How do we bring some spontaneity, bring some excitement, bring some zest back into our relationships? Friendships, romance, our work relationship, our relationship with the entire world. Because right now it feels like it's almost routine, but even beyond routine, where it almost seems pointless. It feels like the Groundhog's Day kind of energy. Okay, I don't know if you've seen the movie or not. Bill Murray, great movie. And so sometimes it's difficult for us to see how we've been stuck in this psychic loop, mental and emotional loop. Now, there is a connection with Texas for you. I don't remember if we had that connection last time, but I feel that there's maybe just southern United States kind of thing, but I feel like kind of a Texas energy in your life somewhere. Okay. And who's the yellow? Someone's got a yellow house. Yeah. Who's got the yellow house here? I feel that there is an older female energy that's very close to you, and I feel that they're in spirit. Yeah, older female energy. I don't know if it's mom, grandma, if it's a sibling, or if it's a friend or something. That older female energy, I think, is still very close to you in life. And maybe there is something significant about that relationship. Maybe that has somehow related to why we sort of feel that we're in this situation now. And that brings us to, actually, our Queen of Swords, because the Queen of Swords is also looking at the past. That's what the queens do, right? The queens are looking at the past to understand how we sort of got to this place, in our mind, mentally speaking. What were the choices that we made that brought us here? Okay. This is a card of getting a bird's eye view, and that's the difficult thing, especially when we are in the loop, when we are in this rut, when we are in this this track where we've been pacing a circle in our living room, right? And when we're stuck in that, it's very hard to detach from that and be able to look at it and see it for what it is. We may not even recognize that we've been in this kind of monotonous sort of, loop, searching for meaning, or even giving up on the search for meaning, This is the card that needs to have that perspective, needs to be able to see past, present, and future. See that this is the way things are. This is a little bit of detachment. This is the card of the obstacle. It's not easy. It's not easy for any of us to do that. Okay. I feel a little bit with the Knight of Pentacles looking at the future and that Tower card as these positions are connected. I kind of feel that part of you has kind of given up on the future. You've given up on this idea, part of you. And I think we're getting past, I think that's where we're kind of seeing it for what it is. We're getting past this. Because there's this idea of there is no future anymore. That the outcome of manifesting that spiritual energy through us and getting to this future where the universe is not a cold and hostile place, but a beautiful, warm, and loving and supportive place. This is a universe where we are manifesting our will, and not a universe of hopelessness and helplessness. I think your ability to see that future has kind of diminished. And so I feel like we really need to get out of our head, like just shake off the eights here and start looking at the future that you really want. And start to convince yourself that it is possible. Even if it starts out as a lie, even if it starts out as a fantasy, convince yourself that your future is out there for you and it's real and it's just waiting for you. Convince yourself of that. And then I think we're taking this fiery impulse that just wants to destroy everything, and we're able to harness it. And we're able to make the right choices here today that are going to create that future that we want. And that's our Two of Pentacles. This is those positive changes. This is us taking steps in the right direction. I want to look at the mystery card. I want an Ace of Wands, right? Ace of Wands or Ten of Pentacles. I would take that. I'd take a Ten of Cups too, If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Here we go. Oh, Hierophant. Yeah, the Hierophant. The Hierophant is an energy that is firm in its belief. This is a certainty. We have to feel as if we know the answer, even if we don't. Even if this is a lie, right? Even if we have to pretend that I know the future, I know the answers, I know the way, I know what I'm doing. This is an intense belief, right? It's a fixed earth energy. It's a Taurus energy. It's kind of a know-it-all energy. We have to be that. We have to believe that we have the answers within us. We have to believe that we have the power to control. We have to also believe that our path is sacred. We have to believe that our mission in life is important and necessary to the universe. We have to believe that we have a spiritual force within us that is trying to manifest in the world, in the universe. Okay? The Hierophant has to come in and take control of the heart and mind and say, I believe this is sacred, this is holy, a very holy path that you're on. This is a holy mountain that you're climbing. Okay. We have to return to this. Even if we have to just convince ourselves that it's true, there's that part of your mind that doesn't believe it. We just lie to yourself for now. Okay. Now we're going to do an extended reading. We'll do an Jing reading. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Cancer on Tuesday and Friday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we're all in this together.